Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Dr. A. Margot Blair.
I invite you to take a look around this room. Approximately 1,500 people. The clink of silverware, the conversations about hope. Exactly 1 year ago, I was sitting in the second to last row of tables, listening to the 27th annual SARC Community Breakfast speakers discuss the power of possibilities. By that morning, my family was already 2 years into our journey with autism. We weren't new to the diagnosis, but we were still learning how to navigate the possibilities of a life we hadn't planned. This year's theme, Hope Happens Here, is the perfect continuation of that story because hope is the bridge between a diagnosis and a future. Our adventure began in 2023 when my son Luke was 3 years old. When I heard the doctor say, level 2 autism, her words began to fade away. My first instinct wasn't to look for resources. It was to look in the mirror. I asked the question every parent in this room has asked and whispered in the dark. What did I do wrong? Was his struggle my fault? But that moment didn't last because when you love your child, you don't stay in that place for long. You take a breath and you get to work. And that's just what we did. We began learning to meet Luke where he was, allowing him to set the pace without letting a label define him. At first, my husband and I were navigating this world without a map. We had to learn to navigate big feelings. For Luke, whether he was scared or overjoyed, he was trapped inside feelings he couldn't name. But step by step, we learned to help him name those feelings, stay grounded ourselves, and prioritize our faith when things felt overwhelming. We partnered with SARC shortly after his diagnosis. Through speech therapy, occupational therapy, and applied behavior analysis, we didn't just receive services, we gained understanding. SARC helped us see that Luke wasn't acting out. He was reaching out. They gave us the tools to navigate the meltdowns, understand sensory overload, and connect with our son in ways we didn't know were possible. And just as importantly, they didn't just support Luke, they supported us as parents. One of the most defining moments happened during a SARC Jumpstart session with Brittany. Luke was sitting on the carpet playing with his cars. My goal was simple, but it felt impossible. I just needed to step into his world. When I asked to join him, Luke didn't pull away. Luke didn't melt down. He looked at me and said very clearly, "No thanks, no play with me." Tears filled my eyes, not because my son rejected me, but for the first time, he was advocating for himself. That no changed everything. It showed me that with the right support, Luke wouldn't just navigate this world. He would have a voice in it. Yeah. I once questioned what Luke's future would look like. Today, that same boy is still full of joy. Yet he is now reading independently above his grade level. He is learning multiple languages. He is wrestling. He is swimming. He is surpassing every academic ceiling. And Luke's success is a direct result of two things. One, the resources and support made possible by this community, including everyone in this room. And two, a decision that we made as parents to trust in a future filled with hope, even when we couldn't yet see it. With the partnership of SARC, we've gained access to a full continuum of support for the rest of Luke's life, including Jumpstart, the community school, peer mentoring, job independence, and more. Nearly 3 years after his diagnosis, we are still a proud part of this community. Because when a family finds this community, something incredible happens. And when that happens, everything begins to change. So thank you, SARC, for showing us and so many others that hope truly happens here. Thank you.